Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unstabletop podcast. A quick shout out to our patrons before we get started today. Ian Dara, Kevin Stanfield, Jeffrey Fricky, Chandler Martin, Laura Newland, Dan Krasinski, Jake Rechtenwald, John Michael McCraney, and Lawrence A. Carr. If you'd also like to help support the show, feel free to reach out to us at patreon.com/unstabletop. Thank you and enjoy the show.
We make it to the campfire. Beyond this point is the most dangerous part of the zone. Soon characters will die, but for a few hours you are safe. Go around and each share your theories about the nature of the zone.
Unnecessary. Unnecessary.
I can't hold B. Just have to click.
Wes, you want to start?
Sure. I think that Howard, I think he fully believes that the nature of the zone is what we manifest it to be. You come in here with your fears and anxieties, that's what you'll find. But, I mean, he'll look at his hand, look at his hair, and we can control what the zone gives us, and that's how, when we reach the center, it can grant our wishes. It's the nature of the zone. That's why we're all here.
I think at this point, I'm somewhere in like my briefcase, I have a pad of paper with these really, really expensive ink pens, and I've written like the same things over and over. I think that the zone is a set of rules. Everything has to have structure and procedure, and we have been testing the boundaries of what happens when those break, and that's why we've gotten into the trouble we have so far. I think the zone is a guidebook, and you are just simply too stupid to be able to follow the rules effectively. And once we find the rules, then moving forward will be much easier.
No, I agree with Howard. The zone is what we can manifest inside of it. It brings the parts of us that maybe we don't want to show to the world out and put them on display. I wonder if this is something that I can tap into and control myself.
What do you mean control?
I wonder that if I will something forward, if perhaps something in one of my writings, if I can create with it, use it as a tool, rather than be subject to it.
A good rule set is a tool.
Perhaps.
The zone is just another form of passing to the next life.
You're crazy. You're saying we're all dead?
No one's come back from these expeditions, so they claim. Maybe we are dead.
It's impossible. That there must be a victory. We have not experienced victory, so we are not at the end.
So the victory is the end. That is the victory.
Unless we've lost.
No, I think life awaits us at the end of the zone.
Yes. In every game, there is a victor. And as of now, the victor is not apparent.
Clearly, you've never played Catan. You can both lose. I don't know if that's true. I've never played it. But I have played Hunt the Nut, which is apparently the same game.
And what
with much more nutting.
And what of Wormspan? Does that game not hold a victor?
You can also tie in that game.
Then it is a bad game.
I don't agree. That game's pretty fucking good.
It's like when you play tabletop games. The object of the game is to win.
And that's why I kill all my players as DM.
None of my players like to play my games because they're always presented with with impossible tasks.
I keep making creatures with plus 38s to hit, and they're only level 1.
And then I just keep laughing and saying, haha, get good. Anyways, does anyone want to play a game with me? All my friends won't play with me anymore.
I keep using made-up words in Scrabble.
Who's to say that word isn't a real word? Who are you to decide what the rules of words are? What are you, some sort of wordsmith?
The Scrabble dictionary, I think, makes the words.
Language is fluid. It changes all the time.
Who's to say that I can't use bussy?
If everyone in the game is okay with it, then why shouldn't it count?
Why shouldn't it?
All right, unless y'all are going to
I have a really good idea for a board game.
resolving your character relationship.
Fucking
In the scene.
Oh yeah, I want brain rot Scrabble.
Please end the scene. Please end it now.
All right, I have an idea for a game.
$1 million idea.
Or Westifer.
You're gonna love this. You're an entrepreneur. Invest in my new board game company, Bazro.
Give me some of your daddy's blood money.
Anyways,
Gizzard of the Woast.
does anyone want a sandwich? Because our next location is Subway.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
No, but I would like a Jersey Mike's.
If only we had someone who cared about us who would DoorDash us 5 McRibs.
You can't get it anymore.
Wait a minute.
I know a guy.
Sorry, Wes, go ahead.
So I think this subway is filled with automated shuttles still eerily running. Plexiglass doors and electrical transit cars now follow their own schedules.
Goddamn glass.
I think this is like a New York Metro type situation, and like if you look at the map with all the lines, it just looks like a massive spider web, and there are all of these trains, some of these like platforms having multiple stacked trains that you can get on either sides, and they're just constantly running, trains coming and going within minutes of each other.
When the when the trains arrive to the platform, the doors open and there's like this inviting ding sound, and they stay open for 15 seconds or so, like invisible people are stepping on, and then they close and disappear. Like they're running completely autonomously with no from what we can tell anyways, no human interaction. And even though it doesn't look like people are using these for their intended purposes, they're still functioning like they would be normally.
Looks like the same train over and over and over.
All the trains are identical.
Yeah.
The point where you start to question if it is the same train, but that doesn't seem like it would be possible if for as many stops and routes as there are.
Someone discovers a mutation.
Someone discovers a mutation that endangers the group. Golly, I just feel like I can see literally any of these characters harboring a dangerous mutation.
Wes, you know who has a secret mutation?
I was
Y'all
thinking
don't know
that.
Yeah.
Well, our characters don't know that. But hey, Josh, on the level, did it endanger the group?
Maybe.
I think it can. I think that Pimpinitis has. I think whatever your secret mutation is, it is mutating even further out of hand, and it is going to endanger the group.
I don't know how it can mutate further, but okay. I mean,
I get those creative juices flowing.
yeah, I know of a way it can do it. There's a cop-out answer, but I know of a way it can do it. Oh, do I have to tell you?
I mean, we're kind of here.
Someone discovers a
You
mutation.
know what? How about this? Let's take stock.
Yeah.
I think that something's going on with Pimpinitis, and I mean, if you would like, I would love to hear what you can add to tell us exactly what that is.
I'm going to step over to the giant like map of the station and spend time studying the intricacies of this system.
So, you probably notice, like little bone spurs that start spiking out that resemble diamonds.
Ooh,
Why are we all so
Resemble-
glass?
Well, my bones were turned into diamond. Now you see different parts of me were protruding out in like diamond bone spikes.
interesting.
Do they hurt?
Oh, absolutely. My fucking glass legs now become a damn mace.
Starting to. So maybe somebody notices. You have your military fatigues on. You're starting to notice the little specks of blood that are starting to show where these things are coming out of his body.
Do you think they're going to keep growing like that?
Sounds like something's not right.
I don't think this pain is easy to deal with.
Yeah, I don't think the pain is easy to deal with either. But something, yeah, I think something's not right. Is that they're growing like actively, like it's not stopping once they get to a certain point. It's just they're continuing to grow through your skin.
Dude, I think it's worse than that though. I think like the chunks of crystal that like break off of your body will then land on the ground and almost like seed there and start growing out these crystal formations in the area.
Oh, so diamond everywhere?
Yeah.
I'm just like a walking diamond factory?
At least for now.
Okay.
And they're starting to consume this small platform with these crystalline structures.
This platform is starting to look like the boss arena for Seath the Scaleless.
Hell yeah. So would y'all say it's not easy to deal with the pain?
I think it's going to be not so easy to
Cure it?
get away from this growing crystal.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be not so easy not to get crushed.
Yeah.
It's all your fault, Wes.
Okay, so not so easy for him to now basically hold this in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
So I'm trying to hold this and I'm trying to focus on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can stop actively making everything crystal. Oh, good.
Oh, and it triggers someone else's phobia. It mutates in a way to trigger someone else's phobia. I didn't read any of y'all sheet.
I mean, you got to pick someone else's phobia.
Well, I guess we're gonna pick bureaucrat over here.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So I am. I'm looking at this subway map, trying to route where we need to go. Even though I have no idea. I'd like to think that I do. And I hear these sounds, and I turn around, and I see like these mismatched growths falling off and growing out into like these weird shapes. And I stare at them, and my eyes glow and go wide because there's no structure to the way that these are growing. They're not uniform. It's just like little chaos seeds that fall off and begin to spread. And I think I freak out and I run for one of the subway cars.
Okay. Back to where there's some order.
So Wes, what does the group do to try to be safe from this mutation?
I mean, I think we need to get away from it. I think if you can get it under control, which you did, that's fine. I think we need to get away from the growing crystals, though, that are still here.
Yeah. You need to get on a train and get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, we all get on a little train car together.
Maybe a different one since you ran early.
I get on the first one I see.
I'm gonna make sure I get on the one with Wes and Chris.
Sure. So, I mean, we probably should try and stay together.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm imagining this is like you would see a train in New York. So there's like the back part of it that is open.
Yeah.
I would go to that part. So
Okay.
whatever falls off into the subway.
I think we can draw this scene to a close as the three of us are going in one train. You're going in a separate one.
Sure. So in this automated shuttle system that is still running, doors are still opening and closing, lights are still functioning. Chris, roll me a die, even or odd. I'll say that even is you guys, odd is me.
Yeah, the anomalies, me.
Even.
You guys. So the three of you get on one train, and as the train is going through these tunnels, there is an anomaly there that becomes incredibly dangerous.
Do we want to take stock of the anomaly?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take stock.
Yeah.
Since you guys are on a separate train. But I think what you notice first is that the lights in the tunnel, which were completely functioning, you're now starting to notice that lights are out or missing or broken on this tunnel that you're going down. Like this tunnel has not been maintained like the other ones have.
Okay.
This ain't a very good secret tunnel. The sound gets quiet. There's no screeching on the rails or any sounds of that nature. It's just silent. To the point you don't even hear your own heartbeat. but you still have that little ringing in your ear. You know, was it tinnitus?
Because it's so quiet.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Same.
Normal, right?
Yeah. Right?
It gets louder at times and it's weird.
I think that so all the sound drops away. A lot of these tracks have been poorly maintained. A lot of the lights starting to flicker out. I think we pass through and we break into an area where all of the lights have gone out. It's completely black. There's no noise. There's no light. And all we can see is a dot of light in the distance growing at the end of this tunnel on the tracks we're traveling down.
Yeah. Yeah. And something's not right. We're looking and we see this light, and the light keeps growing larger as we continue going down. We realize it's like directly in front of us, and it gets even closer. The lights come back on, and we see there's another train heading straight for us on the same tracks.
It's worse than that. It's your train.
Oh,
It's good. It's good.
I see the other train, and I imagine that I'm like right at the front, and I'm trying to get into the like control bay to pull the brake.
That's not so easy.
Which part? Which part is not easy? Getting there or
The
pulling
whole
brake?
thing.
No, but the zone mutates you. You feel it asking you what you've long wanted, and it gives it to you.
You get the zone rule book.
You got the pocket protector you always wanted.
So I'm trying to
You got a copy of the Constitution.
no, but I think as I'm digging through trying to find out like how to control this car and how to stop it, I just find a hardbound book that just says zone on it.
Oh, okay.
And my attention turns to the book, and I grab it and try to get off the train.
All right. So we all see this train coming, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Towards them. I'm gonna try to derail the other train by throwing part of this crystal or diamond that keeps falling off far enough ahead to see if it'd grow enough to derail it.
Nice. I like it. It's not so easy though.
No,
fuck
definitely
no.
not.
It's super not easy at all.
I gotta save him.
There's no better way to save me than a head-on collision.
God.
Oh,
Damn
good. Oh,
It
good.
mutates everyone in the expedition.
Way to go, Josh.
No. And the zone mutates everyone. Oh God.
Okay. It's not good.
Yeah, how does it mutate all of us? We all turn into trains. We're Transformers now.
Well, I think everybody has to pick their own mutation.
I think it fails, right?
I think
you
you have to pick the mutation.
you
don't you?
throw this thing in the middle of the track, and both of the trains just keep going and they collide. And I think whatever event happens from those trains colliding is what that mutation is.
Okay.
But I do think that it's up to you.
Okay.
This website is neat.
It is. It's very, very cool.
It's cool to be able to build a game and it translates so well to like non-physical play.
Was the website first or the card game first?
I think they came out at the same time, or maybe the website came out and was like, "Hey, look at this game," and then they made the game, like used it to print it or something. I don't know. Good job on both though. I feel like you miss out on like the art on the cards and like the physical product, which again is very cool and you should buy it if you want to play this game. But the online, I feel like you still get like the sense of the game. As Josh decides what we all end up with. Maybe we all end up at the Olive Garden.
Yes! Let's go. I'll take unlimited pasta, salad, and breadsticks.
You said that last time and then you changed your mind.
No, I said soup.
Would y'all
salad
think
breadsticks
there's
last time.
any kind of explosion or fire between the two trains hitting?
I think, yeah, there's two trains hitting. I think it's very reasonable.
Okay. Our eyes basically start lighting up where not the irises, but the eyes themselves become on fire.
So,
Become on fire.
We end up with Ghost Rider powers.
No, we ain't got the penance there.
Oh,
So we've all got fire eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
your eyes.
I think
Oh, wait. So whenever those trains hit our train, will hit them as well unless someone tries to stop it.
What?
We're in separate trains.
Yeah.
And they collide.
Heading towards each other.
Yep. There's 2 trains that's hit. There's now a 3rd train, our train, that is going to hit you as well.
No,
our train
that
hit
was
it.
our train. Our trains hit each other.
Oh, my bad.
It's like when you take 2 Hot Wheels cars and smash them together.
And they kiss.
Yeah. Yeah, our trains kiss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood that.
No, it's okay.
The setup for that.
I think we have to take stock.
Yeah, currently we're in it's fucking subway tunnels, and there's 2 wrecked trains that are still smoking
It smells like fire.
and half on fire.
Like the doors are still trying to open and close, but they can't because the frames are bent.
Right?
And I don't know about you, but I'm coming to my senses, and I realize that I'm still alive. I'm holding this book close to my chest. I'm looking around, trying to find a way out.
So I'm going to try to bust in there and pull the door open to get to you.
I think that's definitely not so easy.
Not with the current condition of this train.
Yes. The zone mutates you. If you're not alone, someone else is mutated even worse. So I mutate and then someone else gets a worse mutation.
But you're not alone. Oh, you're not alone. So who gets mutated? Who gets mutated worse?
I'm not helping you, so
I'd have to imagine it's Nick.
God damn it.
yeah. I was thinking the same.
All right. How does the zone mutate you?
Laser eyes.
I get the penance stare. No.
And Nick gets mutated worse by being on fire from laser eyes.
My mutation is actually an emotional mutation where
Never mind.
where my obsession grants me strength, and I become stronger the more I obsess on my obsession takes hold. It's like saving somebody. Basically, the adrenaline pumps, and I get even stronger.
Okay, so my mutation is worse. So we'll stay with emotion, though. I think I've hit a point now where my obsession gets worse, especially with this book. And as part of the mutation, the book grows into my body. The book is now part of my body. And when I turn pages, I have to tear skin.
Oh,
But you see this sick, like, cool mercy pose for me.
Yeah. Every time we've played this game, Josh ends up turning into a fucking superhero and everyone else turns into a goddamn monster.
I'm not really a superhero. I'm fucking like leaking off diamonds.
I bleed diamonds and I'm super strong and
No,
And I got
I'm
fire
not on
eyes and
I save.
we all have the fire.
I got diamonds in my bones.
Josh is a superhero.
I got glass body parts. That's just where I keep my poison for killing people.
my leg got poisoned, just my pinky.
Just my pinky.
ow.
I think we take stock.
Yeah, I think as we're kind of like getting our bearings and trying to figure out what we're doing, these lights, the emergency lights in the tunnel shift on, so there's like this red glow all over the place, and we see an emergency exit out of these tunnels, like a maintenance corridor even.
Yeah, it just says exit in big red letters on the side of it.
Yeah.
I think though we are trapped in like the smoldering debris of these train accidents and maybe even parts of the collapsing subway tunnel that will probably make it very difficult for us to get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, you know who's gonna make sure y'all get out of there?
So
Benightus.
Jesus.
are you saying that it's not so easy for everybody?
I think
to
so.
get out?
I think it's either each of us or someone's going to have to make a very good check to get all of us out.
Who's going first?
Well, my obsession is gonna make me want to help y'all get out.
I'll lead the way.
So you try
You're
to
giving him far too much power.
Yeah.
I'm
You don't understand.
I'm basically just gonna try to throw things out of the way.
Card can say no.
so Pimponitis tries to make sure all of us can escape,
Yep.
which is not so easy.
But y'all do. But your success has dangerous unintended consequences for the entire expedition. Ooh. My glass leg breaks.
Dangerous unintended consequences for the entire expedition. You maybe in a flurry you get us all to safety. but unfortunately, we are also all scraped by your drippy pinky.
Oh no.
And all of us have now been poisoned and or venomed.
Or I could even see, yes, you managed to like clear the rubble and get us out, but like very clearly, like your hulkish strength, you do not understand it yet, and it is a danger to all of
Oh,
us.
absolutely.
He's of mice and menning us.
You very well could.
Oh, I don't want to be the little puppy.
I've got you. Pulls off my fucking arm.
Right? Okay, it's a paper one. We can tape it back.
I could definitely see not knowing this strength because I've never had that before. I could potentially have hurt somebody or hurt everyone in some way.
So we all get out, but all of us are exceptionally mangled.
Right?
Sure.
Bruise and cut.
yeah.
Arm gone.
Head not attached to body.
Blood outside body.
All burn up.
And I think that is the end of the scene,
Yeah.
which, oh boy, brings us to the fate cards.
Oh boy.
This is where I die because I'm
gonna
the
start-
first
This
one.
is where we're starting.
We can only hope.
Unless you want to spend more time on the subway.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Dude, I didn't see a single sandwich there.
We're gonna
Motherfuckers.
we're gonna move on to the museum. Pimpinitis, I'm afraid that you must die in the coming scene. This cannot be stopped by not so easy cards, only by another player asking to claim your fate, even after the scene is underway. After death, you will continue playing as the zone. You can accept your fate, but anyone has the chance to claim your fate instead.
No.
Yeah, I'm not claiming your fate either.
It's what he would have wanted.
So you're the director now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you get to pick where we go. Where does this emergency exit tunnel lead us?
An oddball specialty museum. An obsessive private collector hoarded an emporium of things. Why did they mean so much to this person? Let's get that scene prompt. So we'll go here. A dangerous anomaly holds a way for someone to get their obsession.
Can we take stock of what's in this museum?
Yeah, absolutely.
Though we come up from the, I think like the emergency exit door slowly starts to turn into an exhibit, and it's like the wonders of nuclear bunkers.
Okay.
And it's like this, sort of corporate sponsored, almost like going through a Fallout vault.
Yeah, this is-
like one of the
this is
tests, like one of
fucking,
the like the vault commercials,
like Vault-Tec.
where you go through and it's like talking about how wonderful everything is, but like all of the animatronic people have like all of their visible features have been replaced with mannequin fingers. They have fingers all over their eyes, fingers for mouths, fingers for noses. Like everything, all their facial features are just fingers. The men have like small little fingers to depict hair, and the women have really long fingers that have been sort of braided together.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That's the first part. And my idea is that when you get to like the entrance of the vault, where you would come into the vault, that's where we end up in the rest of the museum, seeing whatever other oddities are in here. Top that one.
I don't think I can.
Top Lisa and John Fingerman.
They did what to a man?
I mean, like, the only thing I can think is not to necessarily top it, but to, like, double down on it. And, like, there's all kinds of attractions about the various things you would need to live in, like, a Cold War era, like, how to do, like, sustainable hydroponics farming, and, like, how to properly do your air ventilation stuff, and all of this shit. And, like, at all of these locations, you have all of these helpful animatronics, that, you know, are telling their tales or teaching you whatever the need in the museum lessons, but they are all these horrific finger face abominations, and it seems like wherever you turn, they're everywhere. Always there to offer helpful advice and knowledge, but looming.
I like to imagine there's spots where it's like the splicing of different human body parts, similar to like the BioShock games, where they're trying to make the perfect human or the perfect person, perfect smile, the perfect teeth, the perfect eyes, the perfect nose.
And who would have thunk it? The perfect human is oops, all fingers.
I think there's another exhibit as opposed to like how to survive an apocalypse by, you know, traditional means. Instead, you can cryogenically freeze yourself. There's a little exhibit on the cryogenics process, and there's a little helpful little animatronic who's telling you all about it.
Something's not right. Instead of a mannequin in place of like the person in the cryopod,
Yeah.
it is like a misshapen personification made with nothing but processed lunch meat.
I think that's worse than that. I think that there are several of these little pods, and this is the only one that is still sealed. The others are open and like leaking a fluid, implying that there could be something crawling around.
Interesting.
All right, so
Smell
there's
Bad.
terrible.
going back to the anomaly scene. One of the pods holds something that looks like a way for someone, particularly a money bag, to get his obsession.
So what you're telling me is all of these like displays about like gene splicing and everything may hold the key to the immortality that I'm looking for.
Yep.
Perfect.
The secret is actually you just need to freeze yourself until medical technology advances to the point where they can get rid of your ass cancer
Yeah, or hear me out. Replace all of your parts with fingers.
or lunch meat.
Ooh, options.
Just replace the cancer in your butt with a finger.
With a turkey sandwich.
You know, to get rid of your ass cancer,
A finger.
Pepper.
a nice anal fingering.
A prostate massage.
I mean, it may not get rid of the cancer, but it certainly makes me feel better.
Is this your center? Is this the center? Is this?
God damn, I don't know if I want it to be, but
So
like,
there's straight up an anomaly. So how does it manifest, Westifer?
I mean, I think it manifests in all of these things. I think that maybe these things we thought were animatronics weren't. Maybe these lunch meat creatures weren't. Maybe these are the like products of these like experiments in gene splicing, and they're all around us without our knowing.
All right. So what must it take from you in exchange?
I don't know.
I think there's, like we talked about earlier, all of the pods are open and the seals have been broken, except for one
Yeah.
that appears to still be functional.
Just gotta take your life.
I mean, I don't
You gotta take that fate.
know if I want to take that fate, because like I would want to
You would
harvest whatever information is here,
you'd be immortal.
but I don't know if I believe it yet.
You'd be immortal.
Josh is trying to get you to take his die.
Yeah, he is.
Well, no, it's just the anomaly's there with his obsession, which is immortality. Can't die if you're frozen.
Yeah, see, but here's the thing. I agree with you, but I think very clearly I do want to search for this immortality, but something here is not right.
What's not right?
I mean, I think exactly that. I think all of these creatures, like, I see what they're selling, but it doesn't seem right.
And I was like, West players playing not Mr.
Maybe.
Money Bag.
They don't want any of us to leave.
It's worse than that, though, because while this cryopod appears to be functional, the interface system cannot be activated from within, meaning that someone else would have to click the buttons for you.
Interesting.
That'd be one hell of a way to get out if you had to control the buttons. This is your chance to be immortal. The obsession you're looking for. The thing to keep your butt cancer from
A
taking.
thing.
Just to be clear, we're not making light of anyone who may be struggling or have struggled with colon cancer.
No.
We're just immature children.
I've had multiple family members who have died of cancer. It's fucking awful.
I thought you were going to say I've had multiple instances of colon cancer.
No.
Like, Jesus, Wes. I'm
Cancer
sorry.
does suck. Fact.
Yeah, Chris, why don't you, like you know anything about it firsthand?
Yeah, like I would. I can't say much. I had the easy cancer.
You didn't have the Lance Armstrong cancer.
No.
Is it time to take stock again? I think the longer we stay in here, we start to notice what Moneybags noticed is that the condition of the place or the condition of the mannequins is slowly starting to like degenerate.
Interesting.
Everything that's not inside of this one cryotube is starting to rot away,
Ugh.
including us.
Yikes.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Excuse me. So I guess I'll try to find a way out.
Sounds like that's not going to be so easy.
No, but your failures bring you closer to another character. You're the last alive. Describe a flashback. I mean, everybody else is still alive. You get closer to the writer
Also,
How so?
by asking him about his works
Oh,
and his dreams and his aspiration, what he wants from this.
well, I was an accomplished writer many years ago, but I haven't really published anything in a long time. I've written obsessively this story of how I can finally be the hero. I've left countless friends and loved ones behind in this pursuit, and I'm hoping that when I can get to the center, it can grant my wish and make my works true. What a cutie.
I didn't find the way out. But I did get closer. The Victor.
You feel, Victor, like he is emotionally checking you for prostate cancer.
Wait, no, right there. Nice.
nope, don't like that.
You want to have to go?
Hit the curve of your finger.
Yeah, I think getting out of here is also a good idea. So, I'm going to try to find a different exit, maybe through one of the big, like rolling security doors.
Well, that's not gonna be easy.
Or it's going to be super easy.
No, and the zone mutates you, causing an extreme loss of humanity.
Oh, good.
I grab one of the gates, trying to leave, and my body starts to process, and I become Oops All Fingers. I don't have eyes anymore. It's just like 2 or 3 fingers sticking out of each eye socket. My nose is like a thumb. I kind of look like a mind flayer. Like instead of lips and a mouth, I just have a bunch of fingers that come out.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I'm now a finger monster,
I have
You can check for that cancer.
and I don't find a way out.
an idea of a way out of here. Everything here is like dissolving, right? Falling apart. All the finger monsters, all of the lunch meats, including us. And the only thing that looks like it could protect us from that is the single cryopod, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we sealed ourselves in it, it outlasts whatever is stopping it, but someone would have to operate it from the outside.
You always said you wanted to be a hero.
It's not to be a hero, it's to save everyone.
Well, you're doing that.
So it would say if I must do that to save y'all, I will.
Sorry, what was your name again? I'd like to write it down for the record. How do you spell pimpinitis?
The way it sounds.
I'm gonna change this.
Is that your legal name?
I'm
No.
gonna change this later. It's a little bit of author's intent.
My real name is Luther Brown.
His name is
No!
his name is John Save 'em.
Save 'em.
It's always fucking Luther Brown with Josh.
So we crawl into the cryopod,
Yeah.
and Pimpinitis activates the mechanism to seal us behind. I don't think that's so easy.
I don't think it is either.
Yes, it is. It's possible. But this is something you can do alone. Help is needed from another character or a local. I'm going to call the help from a local.
One of the finger animatronics?
One of the fucking potted meat guys. No, it would be the animatronics since they're supposedly helpful and able to explain it. So, I didn't mutate.
I'm Fingy, and this is how you operate the cryopod.
And to do it, they don't use their hands. They just use their face. They just like slam it like.
Bloop, bloop.
It's like oh god, I hate that. Like a console with like thousands of buttons could not be operated by a normal human hand. They have a billion face fingers.
And it's not like it's overly complicated. It just makes him dying here as he slowly decays so much worse because there's this fake animatronic voice that's like, "Are you ready for the next step? Great."
That's it.
I think you have the option to claim fate.
I have to die and end the scene since I'm the director.
Only we can claim the fate.
Yeah. Okay. I think if you're ready, I think what happens is
It's now with the zone.
I think you're the one that gets to describe that final scene as we fade away.
I like to imagine this is what I think happens with the freezing. Time basically seems like it goes faster and things change. Like everything starts to crumble down. Like the zone starts to take in everything that was there. The other cryopods, the other museum, the train tracks, whatever. Everything is gone. And then as that's happening, I'm starting to fade, and the next scene starts to build up. Whatever the scene is, I don't know. It starts to build up with the cryopod there, and as it finishes building up, I basically grab the lever, push the button. As I push that button, I disappear into basically the ash.
Dang.
Rest in pimp.
Like a free not so easy card.
Motherfucker.
Alright. What happens after death? Once your character dies, you transition to embodying the zone. You still take normal turns as a director, use all the moves and so on. Now this is the chance to focus fully on creating the weird magic and horrible situations for the remaining players, taking on their obsessions and phobias so you can incorporate them into the scenes.
Yeah,
So now you would be able to see their phobias and stuff like that.
if I remember correctly, whenever people start dying is when shit starts really getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Josh's turn
Okay.
as the zone.
Well, we probably move from the museum.
If you die as fuck,
I think so.
your character
Maybe.
plays it.
Kind of
Direction, you
it's
can-
up to Josh.
How much time do you think has passed?
That's a good question for Josh to answer.
True.
Alright. The writer must die in this one. You gotta claim it, buddy.
I don't have to,
Okay.
but
And just if you haven't made the connection yet, when you get to the final 3 or however many scenes it is for players -1, because everyone except one person dies. Whenever the fate card pulls to you and it's your turn to die, you can either claim that fate. I'm sorry, you can either choose to die, or someone else can claim it. But when you're the one who's chosen to die, you become the director for the scene outside of the normal rotation.
yeah. Also, anyone you can claim someone's fate up until the moment that they choose to die. Like throughout the entire scene, like they can narrate that they're going to die, and then someone can claim their fate and die instead.
Yeah. So now the director is
But
Christopher.
for now, I'm the director, and we emerge from this cryotube that has run out of power finally, and initiates its emergency procedures to evacuate its contents into this charred devastation, which you would imagine are probably the remains of this museum. Blackened anthropomorphic remains scattered around under an even coat of ash.
Next to Pod, you see a figure, a body that looks like Pimpinice but with fingers protruding from all areas.
And they're all made of glass.
And they're all diamonds.
With diamond skeleton, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking stock, the first thing that you notice when the pod ejects you is it has like a voice prompt, and the voice is like it's on emergency power now, and the voice is all like garbled and gross, but it says emergency ejaculation complete.
Did not like that at all.
It felt good, but damn, I like to know. I like to be in control myself.
So I think that like as we are emerging from it, we see the charred up remains of what used to be this museum, and we encounter this vision of what used to be here. All the weird post-apocalypse stuff, and memories of our dear Pimpinitis. I hate it. As we see his crystalline diamondish corpse on the ground, but now with a bunch of fingers. And then also a bunch of other of these charred remains. It seems like we were not alone, and there were far more of these finger creatures than we initially took stock of.
Gotcha.
It's like you look around and it's like Pompeii,
Yeah, kind of.
like these volcanic like visages of what was here before. And they all seem to be like crawling and like reaching out in the same general direction, which is away from us.
Yeah.
I'm currently using all of my fingers to rip through layers of skin, trying to read the book that is now in Braille.
I guess it would have to be.
So you're reading it like this?
It would be really awful if it wasn't in Braille and you couldn't read it anymore.
Yeah, I hate that. I'm definitely not reading it like I'm caressing my nipples, Josh. Thanks.
Yes, the rules.
Oh no, I have to turn the page now.
Oh, hate that. So anyways,
Oh no, I found the glossary.
as we kind of like walk through, because like if we follow these the direction that they're all like reaching out towards, it's all the same direction anyway. And even as you like leave like the remains of the museum, like, and coming out of other derelict buildings and in the streets, all of these like deceased people all seem to have their attention turned in the same general direction.
Something's not right. On the corners of where the old like street like intersections would be, or like the blocks, every so often you'll see a completely like, maybe not untouched, but like a still functioning or still working like newspaper machine. And if you look at the date on all of those, you can't read like the month or the year, but the day always says the 14th.
I pull out a paper and check and see how my stock investments have done.
It's worse than that. The toilet. It's all gone.
No!
But it's worse than that. The headline on the most recent, or the page on the top says, "Zone expanded. All of this country taken over." And you get the idea that we've been in that cryotube for a while, and it seems as though the zone has spread and taken up even more space than it used to, perhaps taking over entire continents.
Something's not right. As you flip through the paper in the obituaries, there is one for Victor Fitzmore.
It's worse than that. It's dated for today. Because it's the 14th. I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why so?
It's worse than that. He's not credited as the author of the Firefly series.
Damn, we really did not pose any existential threats in the setup for this particular card
It
or scene.
the obituary reads, it refers to him multiple times as a failed author.
All right, well, Victor killed himself. Anyone want to claim my fate?
Also, it's a history where people with disabilities have equal protection, and one of the papers is in Braille.
Oh, that's nice.
My
good.
My finger eyes can read it. It's okay.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So this vision of what used to be here, we see all these like char people, these shells of people left over reaching out, and we finally get to what they're reaching out to. And I think that's what this vision is. Take stock. All of them are reaching out, and they're sort of in like a circle. You can see that there's a certain point where none of them got past. There's like a definite boundary of where they only could go so far, and then they stop. But they're still reaching, or at least trying to reach beyond the boundary to get to whatever this vision is.
I think that it's some sort of like evacuation facility they were all trying to get to. And that's what they were all desperate for, and there's still buildings. And I think this area seems relatively pristine, but there is some sort of like, I want to use the words laser gate, like some sort of wall or shield that was stopping the common folk from getting into this facility.
And now it's up to us to try to get past the laser gate.
Still functioning after all this time. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cross.
Well, it's not so easy.
Clearly it's not. Oh, that's good.
Helpful in your future.
Helpful in my future, huh? No. but the zone mutates me, granting a gift that may be helpful in the future. I try to go through this laser gate as it was described, but I'm not able to get through it. There's no like feasible way for me to do so. But the zone mutates me and grants me a gift. And I think, and I look at my hands, and I pull out my book. I begin to write something, and I write, and then the laser gate ran out of power and stopped working, and it does.
Does it work? Does it do that?
It granted me a gift.
Homie, that's a no.
Yeah, but it granted me a gift.
The laser gate fluctuates for a minute, gives us enough time to move through it.
But I don't think I do.
But then I think when we step through easily,
Yeah.
the gate turns back on, separating him from us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He looks back at his book, and it's like someone wrote another line. Like they added an addendum to his line for everyone except Victor.
No. No, I try to scratch it out, and it just keeps repeating it after I try to scratch it out.
I like to imagine every time you scratch that, it takes away a part of you. It like erases you from existence.
Oh. What's on the other side of the laser gate?
Those two.
I think it's like an evacuation facility, so we have like access to vehicles or whatever we would need to proceed on our next leg of our journey.
It's like the setup outside of like a FEMA camp.
Yeah.
It's like these big storage bins that have like tarps and like logos from this corporation on it.
Like Bagco.
At one time were full of like supplies, and then there's like tents that have like cots in them and things, like where they were setting up evacuation areas.
I'm going to scratch something in the book. I'm going to close it and light it under this. Well, I guess I can't get. Can it get through the laser gate? Tell you what. I slide it through, and it does get through. And you have my book now.
It fuses with your body,
and I.
So now you have to like rub yourself to read it.
I give you guys a bow, and I walk off into the ashen wastes.
Damn.
Chris, for the hell of it, I'm gonna say that's not easy. Just to give you one.
Sure.
And the book burns up in the laser gate.
You can't walk it anymore.
It mutates me. I feel it asking what I've long wanted.
Oh, dude. I can only imagine.
It gives it to me.
I can only imagine you try and slide the book, but it like sticks to your hand. Sticks to your paper hand.
So what I think, because you want to be remembered, right?
That's one of the things.
I think it sticks to your paper hand. You say this is your card, so you can tell me fuck off. But I think that it like becomes a part of you, and then you realize that your rocky side is now like almost like a what's the word? It's become like one of the more like softer stones you can use for marking and writing.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically, I think you become the book, and like. I think if you're cool with it, you could even condense down and no longer become a person, but instead become this implement that you sought out.
Ooh, no, I think that's good. Yeah, no, I'm down for that. I think it doesn't. So I try to slide the book through the gate. It doesn't release from my hand. The rest of my body slowly begins to become paper, and I'm folded several times into paper-like form into this leather-bound book that just reads the anomaly on the title embossed on the cover. You open it, and there is this regular graphite rough pencil that is inside, and it has the power that I always wanted, which was to write things into existence.
Neat.
And it fulfills it fulfills a lot of stuff, actually.
Damn, would have been cool that was a yes, though, and we could have had him, though.
I feel like when you get to this point in the game, you basically have to continue the scene.
Yeah.
Until you just get, like, the no.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So there is an implement now there, but not useful to you at all.
Right. Maybe Expedition 15 will be able to take advantage of it.
Maybe. But I'm dead.
You do be dead.
And you guys are relatively safe.
You know who the next one's gonna be?
And that's
We
Wes's turn.
We took bets and said that Josh was going to be the first one to live. Josh was going to live, or Josh was going to be the first one to die.
Die.
First one to die.
We were right.
We were right.
The first time we played this, I believe that Wes and I made it to the end.
No, it was me and you that
No,
made
Oh, was it?
I was the first one out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Look, literally last game, I would have given up my fate for anyone. This game, exact opposite. I'd let anyone die.
All right, Wes, go ahead and click that button.
Start turn. Move to the farm.
Go into a farm upstate. Oh, no.
I've got a feeling I know who's making it to the center.
The rich get richer.
I got a feeling. He better hope he gets enough.
Dog,
of the
that's
not
fine.
easy
I'm
cards.
a fucking finger monster at this point. Like, I don't want to be alive anymore. All right, I gotta die. So we move past the village. We get into one of these vehicles, drive out to a farm. Muddy road to a quaint, secluded barnyard. Livestock used to range freely. The impression now is more of a slaughterhouse. So I think as we're driving past this farm, and we maybe take some stock, I think out in this field that is just barren now, there's like an old tractor, maybe 30 or 40 feet away. But there is this like creature that exists in the, it's like sitting in the field. And when you can see it from the road, it's like sitting on the ground, and it has this multitude of all these arms, and like it reaches up and it's grabbing these little lights like that are stars in the sky and rearranging them. And when we see this, I tell you to stop the car.
I stopped the car.
Look, it knows the way. It knows the path. It has every ending, every beginning, all things. It has found the key to the structures. And I'm going to try to leave the vehicle.
I mean, I wouldn't stop you, but I don't think that is so easy.
Why isn't it easy if he's just opening a door or leaving?
I think. Well, I'd like to dig more, because we did a very brief take stock.
Sure.
Because I think that this creature is he's organizing the stars in the sky. I think that it is also like organizing the terrain around it. I think that it is reshaping this world into whatever it perceives to be like its divine order. And I feel like traversing that terrain could be very dangerous. But anyone else is welcome to add in what they think about the environment or what's going on.
I'm fine with that.
Chris, you want to add anything?
I just don't see how it's hard to open a door.
I
I think you can open the door and get out of the vehicle fine. I think it's hard to approach this creature is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's hard to leave money bags behind.
Getting out of the vehicle, though, something's not right. And the land is quickly changing, making the traversal from where we are to where I want to be very difficult.
It's also probably pretty hard since your eyes have been replaced with fingers.
Well, you know what they say, when you lose one sight, all your other ones get stronger.
Your sense of touch is probably insane right now.
Crazy.
So do your finger eyes do like this, like, and they just
they're-
feel the vibration?
Yeah, they're like bug antennae.
Hate that.
Ugh.
So yeah, I'll try to make it to this creature. Not so easy. Yes, but your success has a dangerous unintended consequence for the entire expedition. I think that part of the creature's plan is to not be interrupted. So I think not only is the landscape around me specifically changing to make it more difficult, but also like your being the patch of land that your vehicle is on is also being like moved around and shuffled.
Yeah. Okay.
Which makes it difficult for you to be able to leave.
Gotcha.
It is a yes, but. So I make it over, or at least I'm making strides toward the creature.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would probably like, as you're leaving the vehicle, I would give you heed at least that like you're going in the wrong direction. The center of the zone is this way. But I'm not going to help you. If you're going to take off, I'm going to take off too.
You're just going to leave him there to die.
That sounds like it's not so easy.
Yes.
It's not easy to start driving?
Not when like
The terrain's shifting.
Minecraft blocks are floating around.
That's not so easy.
Minecraft blocks floating around.
Oh my god, Herobrine's here. He's gonna kill you.
But the zone, yes, but the zone mutates you in a shocking way. Is the only reason you succeed.
You turn into a car, Morty.
You take your final form as Truck Coon.
Oh my god, finally.
Golly, I kind of want to see. Let me let's pull up this mutation cheat sheet. There's some fun stuff in here.
You grow wings that look like
$100 bills.
No, but I did. I rolled just on like the material table, and I rolled an 8. And that option is shell. And I think that like I'm driving and I do get in like a car accident from this terrain, but like I start to sprout like a shell or like a carapace to protect me from the injuries. Then I'm able to like proceed out relatively unscathed because of it. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going towards the center of the zone.
Yeah. So I make it to the creature and I start ripping pages open in front of it. And I think as that scene ends, it's reaching down and grabbing like pages and pulling them out, like effectively ripping me apart and sticking me in all of these different places. And I have finally found the proper order and procedure.
You are the rules.
Damn.
I am the book. I am the errata.
Oh my god. You are the Player Core Remastered?
2.
Oh my god.
all right, Wes, I guess I get to decide your fate here in a little bit.
I mean, yeah, you all will.
Oh, I think it defaults to me since I have the most.
I know, but don't all of you contribute?
I'll contribute a card, but you get to pick which card it is.
Yeah.
All right. Wes, you want to read that for me?
The entrepreneur is at the center. Here, at the heart of the zone, the entrepreneur will finally be able to express the wish that it brought. That brought them all this way. That is what the zone will do with that wish. That's for everyone else to decide. Using the not so easy cards gathered from this journey. All right, the center part 1. The lone survivor has made it to the legendary center of the zone. First, define the center together. It is staggeringly beautiful well, actually, this is a choice. Okay. I think it is, I think based on what we've done, it's almost more of like a alien strangeness. I don't know. I feel like it's things that seem mundane, but combined in unusual ways. So like buildings made out of paper and it rains like, I don't know, strange oils, or actually, you know what? Let's really lean into it. It rains like an ink. It's all seems to be centered around like this large glowing orb of some kind of stone. It's all just unusual materials in unexpected places.
I like to think it is something else, not alien, to be honest with you. With considering how everything was with like a glass house, the subway and all like that being the way it was, and then the weird museum with the fingers.
Yeah.
Or like not Cthulhian or whatever, something very similar.
I think it takes different aspects from everything up to this point, like what you said. I think it's like pieces of, like, if you look around, you can see little pieces that are reminiscent of every place in the zone that you've been prior, and sort of like all mashed together, because that's the only way that you know how to process what you've already seen.
Yeah.
Or it looks like your glass house in Cancun.
Yeah, I mean, there's a beach.
It actually looks like your office.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice here.
It's got a tandoori oven.
Oh my god.
Oh man, it's spiffy.
Could you please make some naan bread?
I'm going to
We're going to Indian Garden after this?
went to the Olive Garden. Anyways, let's meet the center. You came into the zone driven by an obsession, which was longevity, something you can't buy, more time. Do a short flashback. So I feel like approaching the center, like You see like various flashbacks of this man throughout his business career, getting his like small startup company, wink,
Twitter.
having it be successful, buying up other companies, liquidating them for assets, and accruing just like a great amount of wealth and having like, you know, all of the fame and luxuries that he could ever desire.
And hair plugs.
And getting this hair plugs. And then like it goes through all these different scenes, and like you see successes, you see like him like brokering deals with like a business partner, you see him like selling off the company and like just royally screwing over the business partner down the road. You see like everything from like him making tons of money and like burning bridges, and you see like the union workers doing and going on strike and all of that, hiring scabs, making money off of the strike,
Sexually harassing women.
and then like you start to cut and see like in
Getting
these
shot in the back
flashbacks
of the head by a handsome Italian man.
but then you see like him cutting into like a hospitals, getting this news, going to different countries, trying all these experimental medical procedures, but never improving his situation.
That's why he went to Thailand.
Well, that and other
That and other
reasons.
things.
And ultimately what he wants, what his wish is, that he wants to find a way to gain the immortality that even his money can't buy him.
Just have a kid.
Just gonna show you this. Yeah.
So we're all putting no cards, right?
Nah, dude. Here's what I think you should do. I think you should put in a monkey's paw.
Why do you have to cut a hand off a monkey? There's no monkeys here.
And then you won't have a hand.
It's not so easy.
You want to read that, Josh?
The zone players, you're now the other side of the not so easy. Josh, you got the most not so easy cards while alive. These are now the judgment deck. You'll decide how the zone treats the wish by choosing a card from this deck. Chris and Nick, you'll influence the final judgment by adding one card each to the judgment deck and describing a possible way things might go.
All right, let's judge Wes like he judges all of us.
Chris, it's your turn.
So out of all the cards that you picked, you get to pick something from the judgment deck, influence this decision.
God damn, there's a lot of no cards in there. Oh.
So I'm adding a yes but.
The rich get richer.
And I think a possible way for this to manifest is, oh, I'm so far away from my microphone. So I'm adding a yes but, and I think that the way for this to manifest would be, you get your wish, man. You're immortal. You can't die. But I think you would soon find out that not dying is just as much as curses dying early. Your material wealth that you gained the entire life becomes meaningless in the fame or in the light of infinite life. What's the point at that point? Anyone you've cared about or loved or had will eventually die, and you'll just have to keep watching them as this cycle continues of you watching your loved ones die, but you never aging.
Imagine having to live to witness the devaluation of all of the money you've earned.
All your assets? Oh yeah, they're worth shit now.
All right, to live forever. I also think it is a yes, but, and I think potentially the yes, but is that the zone gives you what you want, that you have the power to live forever, but the way that you live forever is to become sort of this like overarching warden of the zone, where the entirety of your existence now is not this like lavish life of luxury that you've lived in like these business deals, but you're basically the sort of quote unquote the watcher over the zone. Like you get what you want, but you still can't escape the influence of the zone and become one with the zone, sort of like a sentience that lives inside of the zone. Josh is the final judger. Does the entrepreneur get their wish?
Nick's pretty good. Chris's is pretty good. but I think I'm going to do a different scenario. It comes true. Your wish becomes true. You become immortal. However, but due to the immortality, you rapidly age to the point you cannot move. You are completely bedridden and to be there for all eternity. So deems the zone.
So at the end, Josh delivers the judgment. Entrepreneur is mysteriously found outside of the zone. Describe what happens with their wish, which is what you say. He's recovered, but rapidly his physical health declines, and he becomes confined to his room.
Yep,
a hospital bed, basically. Wes, go ahead and end the game. Give us an epilogue about the entrepreneur's life after the zone, using the final judgment as your starting point. Other players may ask questions, but otherwise, these will be the last words spoken in the game.
So I think that like he's going to return to his estate. He's going to return to like his organizations, and he is going to be like this immortal husk of a person. And for a time, he will sit atop his golden throne, and like pass out judgments and still continue like running his businesses. But like in a sense, he's not really there. He's almost like a figurehead, and once people who are under him kind of like get the control of that idea, they start like, you know, doesn't matter what he wants. He'll live forever. He's there, but he's kind of like a puppet to people who are under his whims. And over time, you know, companies change, organizations collapse. I do think it's kind of part of what Chris said, where like everything he had built eventually falls away, and he's just kind of this immortal watcher stuck in his hollow husk of a body for, I mean, until the sun explodes, really.
FBC case report. The entrepreneur. Classified. Operation God Rhino. Survivor interview notes. Interviewer. Our reports say you entered the zone wanting longevity. The one thing you can't buy, more time. Your greatest fear was annihilation. You simply cannot disappear.
That's right.
Why did you keep going?
I couldn't go back to all the fame and all the wealth. I'd burned all the bridges, and I had to rebuild. I had to continue on.
You claim you saw the center and expressed a wish.
To live forever.
Did the zone grant this wish?
Yes, but it wasn't so easy.
Parentheses, redacted in parentheses. Subject code, the entrepreneur is now in indefinite containment in area, redacted. All materials pertaining to the case are to be destroyed. To the reader, procedure F is mandatory immediately after reading. FBC, eyes only. And that is the end of the zone.
Oh, that's cool. If you keep going down, mission report. The bureaucrat died in the farm. Writer died in the village. The soldier died in the museum.
What an interesting game.
What a neat game.
It's very neat. I'd play it again.
Chris, final thoughts on the zone as a whole?
I think it's real cool. I think it's awesome.
Josh?
I like this game.
Wes?
I think it's an interesting little like role-playing game with your friends. I kind of wish that like again, like because we had played once before, I feel like character choice matters a lot, and even I would highly recommend getting the board game itself or the tabletop game itself, because I think there were a lot more character options in the physical media. So there's a lot more diversity you can do there.
There was also a lot more maps, like areas.
Yeah,
there were more areas. I think one of the things that really helps with this game is if you're able to play it in person and not on a microphone where background sounds can be recorded very easily, and are able to play it with like ambient spooky music, makes it way better.
True.
We did that last time.
Yeah, we did.
And it was fucking great. But obviously here it would pick up on the mics, and it kind of cuts through a lot of that silence, because if you're sitting here and you're just kind of stammering, you're like, ooh, everyone's waiting on me. But if you fill that with spooky music, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. And it's one of those games that like, I mean, the prep is just the setup.
Yeah, there's no prep.
Yeah, I think the only, I don't know, I think it's a great game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of replayability because you have new location, like the locations are basically random, the scenarios are random. So, I mean, aside from the fact that you're playing someone going through the zone, it's a different game every time.
Yep.
And even if you get the same location, there are different options.
Yeah, and you're playing different characters.
And you,
honestly-
and you don't even need to use the options.
Yeah,
you
you
can
just
make
make
up your own shit.
There's at any time during that game, if we didn't like one of the prompts, there's an option to pick a new prompt.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the only negative, and really it's not a negative as just much of how the game works, is that you have to be able to play with people who have sort of like the ability to kind of be creative out of nothing, because you have to be able to build there off of what you've been given or build off of each other. And if you're not comfortable in doing one or the other, I don't think you'd have a good time.
Well, it's also a good way to get people to be that way.
But I think, you know, if you're playing with a group of people that you're comfortable with and you can sort of let that creative flag fly a little bit, then, you know, they give you a really good base to be able to build off of each other. It's like the pick stock or the something's not right, you know, and that scene can evolve very quickly. And everyone gets a say.
Right.
So it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend. And again, cannot. The art is so good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Can't miss it.
Aren't,
Highly recommend.
aren't there two versions of it though? Yeah, with the art.
What do you mean?
Like I thought I understood there was two different versions. You get like special like art ones, and then like the regular art ones.
I don't think so. There's only one version available to buy.
There is a boxed edition, and what that comes with is it comes with the box. The box is nice. The operation manual. You can also just get a PDF version if you want. A book of mutation, a book of twists, the 144 tarot size cards, which are all hollow foil, 104 poker size cards, which includes characters, 24, also hollow foil, 48 motivations, hollow foil, 61 locations, hollow foil, 100 plus scene, not so easy, and fate cards. So
There's a ton more options than on the online version.
yeah, and it's only, I mean, it's $79, like for a game that you can play pretty endlessly. And as you saw or listened here, you know, you can sit down in an afternoon and play for 2 or 3 hours
Yep.
and be done. And you can, it recommends like 5 people playing. We played with 4 last time. 4 people seems to work. I think you could do 3. You sort of modify the game based on how many players you have. So definitely recommend.
Yeah.
If you're interested in this game, you can check it out at thezonerpg.com. You can buy it there. They have some resources where they talk about stuff. They have FAQs. They have a little article about how to set the atmosphere. And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do in here. But people talk about like lighting, music. There's one here where a group playing the game only using the light from like crack glow sticks. So there's a lot of cool ambient stuff you can do with you and your friends. Anyone have anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Hopefully see everyone next time when we're back to health and people are not sick and dying, so then I can kill everyone in good conscience.
No, wouldn't do that.